As you can imagine, plenty of voicemails. Let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Everybody wants to give Jameis Winston all his flowers for playing so much better and going downfield and having the opportunity to give his receivers the best opportunity to catch a ball. But nobody is pointing out the fact that Ken Dorsey is now the offensive coordinator calling every single play. So Stefanski has messed up this entire season. Him and Andrew Berry on arrogance. They didn't think that we needed to draft a single starter. Every single person said, oh, all we have to do is just draft for backups now. And so, yes, we're in a situation where we're looking from the outside in, and a change needs to be made. We have lost the complete locker room. I mean, I've never heard an organization say that they've been unprepared or say that they had to practice harder or didn't practice enough. So that tells you right there that they have quit on the team. So they have to get a new coach.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. I am not sure that Ken Dorsey calling the plays is what's happening. I think the same plays were called for Deshaun Watson. He wasn't throwing the ball downfield. That, if you watch that, that's my read. He didn't process what was going on. But if you want to point to play calling, all right, I'll listen to it. I haven't seen them. I have not seen them quit on Stefanski. If that is in fact happening, and you see that, I get why you would move on from him. I haven't seen that yet. I will say that right now.
So when I look at this, if I'm going to really believe in that statement, then like I didn't watch last year because I've seen Stefanski succeed with a quarterback very similar to the skill set of Jameis Winston. So to believe that he couldn't be doing what Dorsey's doing is pretty far-fetched for me. I think that if Stefanski would have held on to play calling duties, we would see very similar outcomes. So I can't go along with that. And as far as the drafting, it gets overblown. Now, a lot of this is accentuated by the fact that you didn't have first-round picks, so you're not getting these big names. But if you were banking on rookies to come save your season, this was lost to begin with. And you're still getting like commensurate value for all your picks. His hit rate's just as good as anyone else's. It's not an exact science. It's almost like the weather. It's a little better than a coin flip that you're going to get what you think you're getting. These kids are coming out of college, and they're not all going to be hits. And if you look across the league, I know we're in this Browns bubble, but every other organization has the same thing that happens where, you thought you had a player coming in who was going to do X, Y, Z, then you get him there and it never comes to fruition. So I'm not willing to go there. I do think that there are things you can judge Stefanski for. I think that there are some things that you could knock him for and you'd be completely just. But if it's going to be play calling, that's going to ring hollow to me.
Yeah, you know what? The injuries, maybe they're not. If you want to go there with practices and those kind of things, I'll listen to you. If you want to go to preseason, I'll listen to you. I don't necessarily think the team has quit on him, though. And again, we'll see. These last games are important to see how the team reacts to Kevin Stefanski, I think.
Yeah.
The concerning thing is they've lost their identity. They can't run the football.
Yes.
That's if you want me to say something that I think's bad, they can't run the football, and they're not physical, and they were before this year.
Yeah, and they've always had an ability to marry the run and the pass and kind of keep defenses on their heels. And without the ability to do that, all of a sudden you become one-dimensional. And then all of a sudden, Jameis's propensity to throw interceptions is even amplified because teams know you're going to throw it. It's different when they can't have a read on it and they have to respect the run just as much as they do the pass and get caught with their one foot on the merry-go-round. And they just haven't had that. They have not had early down run efficiency or run efficiency of any metric. And that was the staple of what you would consider a Kevin Stefanski offense.